Crafters, where are we in the crafting world without the lore behind the aspects of the game? Well, that's what we're diving into today, my fellow builders. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, Mutating Fungi. The mushroom biomes are some of the rarest and most striking areas in the game. They are quite unlike any other biomes in the game, and their lore is just as fitting. Basically, these biomes throw off a parasitic spores that latch onto any mobs in the area and convert them into mushroom hybrid mobs. Evidence for this exists in the mushrooms, which we have definitely talked about in the past, but be careful not to take the magical shrooms out to the forest, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, that's gonna be a trip without the rocket ship, you know what I'm talking about? But if they are shaved with shears used on them, the mushrooms come off the animal, converts them to a normal cow once more. This theory is strengthened by the fact that no mob, hostile or otherwise, can spawn on mushroom blocks. It seems even the evilest creatures keep a healthy distance from the mushroom biomes. But why though? Mushrooms ain't that bad. I mean, mushroom soup is kind of bussin'. I mean, a whole island with the spores may not be a good idea to be on, but at the same time, you get all that mushroom soup for free. Coming in at number 9, creepers are plants. The invasive fungi theory may even be more believable when looking at the infamous creeper. Notch himself has said that creepers have the texture of dried leaves. In other words, creepers are plants. Excuse me, plants? Okay, but would somebody come look at this? Like really, first off, creeper is also the name of a certain weed. Weeds. The parasites that grows up on their tree trunks sounds like a bad case of eczema, and trust me, eczema is bad. I've had it myself before. I still do once in a while, right? Fungi also thrive on decomposing matter by breed and spreading spores, typically through the wind. And you know, sounding in the wind is spores in the wind, that doesn't sound too good to me. How does this relate to the creepers though? They actively seek out the players. They explode to kill the player, making a nice bed of decomposing matter. The force of their explosion spreads the creeper spores in all directions. Theory is that crafters, and I may be wrong, but the theory is that they leave remnants of their self so that other creepers know that their scent is around and will seek out their death. No matter how much you try to rebuild and no matter how much lights you place down, creepers will still come to that location. Coming in at number 8, healing over time. With all the darkness, death, and despair that occurs behind the scenes, this childhood classic may seem like it has no happy ending in sight. This, however, is not the case. At its core, Minecraft is a title about making your own purpose while remaining in harmony with nature. Like, what is this? Snow White while staying in harmony with the animals? Like, God, we ain't trying to sing with no animals out here. You know, Minecraft veterans will remember how barren the world used to be. Cows and sheep were the only non-hostile mobs, and trees were the only plant life. And then, as Thanos' snap was undone and the ravages of the building society have been lost to time, nature has begun its reclamation. Bees, flowers, fish, lush coral reefs, and dozens of other endangered species come back from the brink with each update. Though the tale of the ancient builders is a sad one, it's something Steve can learn from, which he watches the environment, his society destroyed, and returns back to life once more. Coming in at number 7, villagers and pillagers theory. Yes, we've already pretty much covered a little bit of this before. Actually, technically, we covered a lot of the villagers theory. So if you really want to go check out some of that, but here, I got something good for you. These two mobs in Minecraft are definitely the closest in behavior to the protagonist character. The villagers are also passive mods, also living in villages, but the pillagers are also hostile, and they live in the outposts, which you already know, the woodland mansions, which we, like I said, covered in my Illagers theory. There's a theory though where it explains how the Illagers were essentially an old civilization like our characters and invented different professions and iron golems to protect themselves. But as soon as they lost the ability to handle weapons and tools, another theory is how pillagers are exiled villagers who are thrown out of the village for some crimes, and hence they become outcasts. I'm not going to do my same outcast joke, don't you worry. That's the reason why they raided the village constantly and have the same appearance. Look at Attack on Titan though, people. When they are shunned from their village, don't they seek revenge? I mean, if I had powers, if I had a full gang of superpowers,
let's get ready to rumble!
no holds bars, we will be bringing down all the smoke. Definitely all the smoke. Coming in at number 6, ancient race builders theory. It should be evident to anyone who's played Minecraft before, that there is a lot of history to the land of Minecraft before Steve shows up. This history can be uncovered during exploration via the desert temples, jungle temples, and underwater temples. The very existence of these superstructures tell us that there was an advanced race of builders that existed at one point in the game, but what became of these genius architects? It certainly had to be a different race of villagers, as they are capable of small structures and rudimentary tools. Something happened to this almost godlike race, as many other lore theories incorporate them in some way. I know me and the King Cheats have definitely touched on the ancient builders. We just never know who they really are. Maybe I could have been one of them in the multiverse of Minecraft, but I mean, it would have been kind of dope to leave some type of landmark or Easter egg. For me, it's anime, so I would definitely leave some type of Dragon Ball Z reference to be implanted into the game. I mean, my dragon, Goku, Dragon Balls, something. Coming in at number 5, halfway through Drowned Theory. Scores of players have wondered why the special type of structures and mobs are underwater. The answer is the secret history books of Minecraft. Ocean monuments, sunken ships, and ocean ruins are some of the structures found underwater, with many drowned zombies. These zombie mobs, which are in fact normal human characters, long back they were a certain part of the waterbed which were normal land. A natural calamity like a tsunami or flood drowned most of the civilization and its structures, which as a result are now underwater. Soon mysterious creatures like guardians came along and ruled the monument that we now know as the Ocean Monument, which we also covered in our last review. See, we're going in, we're giving you guys the top sauce. Coming in at number 4, gas theories. Gas only exists in the nether or the afterlife and are obviously a ghoulish take on ghosts. This does pose the question though, what in the Minecraft world is big enough to create a ghost such of its size? The simple answer is nothing. Other than the huge mind behind the craft, the nether was introduced for Halloween. I started in December, so I just missed it. I recall Notch wrote his blog back then, and he said he wanted the nether to be a dangerous place, so he added the gas, as it was meant to be a really dangerous mob shooting at you. But it's not really that dangerous, quote from Jen Bergeston, but maybe the gas is really depressed because no one wants to hang with a fire-breathing ghost. Theory shows that they are lovable and friendly as Casper when they ain't hostile. You see this face? You see this face? Do not mix Casper and the gas. Please and thank you. Coming in at number 3, the Wither theory. The Wither has a story attached to it benefiting such as a terrifying creature made up of soul sand and 3 Wither skeleton skulls. Before the beast springs to life, it has a very similar construction to the golem. There is a common theory here that the Wither has to do with the golems. After technology of creating iron and snow golems was perfected, those who traveled to the nether had a new idea. They saw the soul sand absorbing the souls of the fallen and imagined if a golem can be created in the form of a soul sand base, then their friends could be resurrected. The result of their experiment was the Wither was born to wreak havoc across the realm. Ooh-wee, they are bad. Talk about an experiment gone wrong. Coming in at number 2, a lonely existence. Steve or Alex is the main protagonist of Minecraft, or so we think. When loading up a new world, they seemingly wake up with a random remote part of the world. If everyone except villagers are dead, then who are these 2 people? Are Steve and Alex of the last living members of the ancient race of builders? Maybe. They do fit all the requirements. They can craft complex tools, construct lavish buildings, and have a knowledge of redstone and a very complex system of electronics. It seems that Steve and Alex have awakened just at the end of the great zombie apocalypse and are now here to wander aimlessly to create their own purpose as their society has crumbled. But this goes on to what I said in the past. We are Steve. We are looking behind the eyes of Steve in his crafting world, or Alex if you are a female, or if you define yourself as a female. It doesn't matter. You can play as Alex, you can play as Steve. Go on. Coming in at number 1. Finally here, Enderman theory. Arguably one of the most mysterious characters in Minecraft is Enderman. The long black teleported creatures may look like alien players, but they are speculated to be the closest to the character that plays Control. Enderman is theorized as the original ancient race of the people, like Steve, although they were much more advanced. They are responsible for exploring various realms, building structures in Minecraft long before players set out to their first adventure. As they thrived in the world, they discovered the end and made the end cities to keep their most valuable possessions hidden. But due to the wrath of the Ender Dragon, which we all know the theory that they were enslaved by that damn dragon, and I want to give that dragon a good solid slap to the chest, I'll tell you. They were stuck in the end and gradually converted to the Enderman. They starved and had to eat the chorus fruit, which ended up giving them the ability to teleport. Sounds crazy, right? I'm not a fan of the Ender Dragon though. I'm telling you, I'm coming for you, Ender Dragon. There you have it, crafters. It's Crafting J bringing you viewers the back-to-back heat. Hope you enjoyed the theories and let us know down below. You already know what to do. You gotta champion those who champion you. I'm outie until the next list. See y'all soon.